Sorry, I did not mean to deafen anyone. Just finishing. Wait, you had Violetta answer a question of yours in her latest video. Did you see it yet? Are you talking to me? What? I'm just putting my microphone on. Violetta is awesome. I just want to say that. I don't know if you were talking about me or just answering somebody else in the chat, but Violetta is amazing. I'm glad her husband's better, isn't he? That's what it seemed like. I hope so. I really hope so. And her son, she is so cute with her son. The things that she puts up with him, it's just adorable. So, anyway, all right. So, I hope you're all doing very well. Just heard it on MSNBC. Uh-oh, what? Okay, I gotta, actually first let me just make sure this is gonna be quiet. Put that away. And he threatened a congressman. Hello, Lynette. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back up just a little bit so I can, because obviously something's going on. Cheryl heard something that sounds really good, but Autumn, Trump is now saying Adam Schiff must pay a price for his role in the impeachment trial. Schiff says he believes it's intended as a threat. Is Trump having a meltdown? Well, number one, yes. I don't need. Do we need cards? Is Trump having a meltdown? Yeah. But let me. Larry girl, Harry's mom. Oh, Harry's mom got a question answered by Violetta. That is sweet. That is wonderful. You are both good people. He threatened a congressman. He threatened Schiff. Said it'd have to pay. All right, well, we're starting there then. Hello, everyone. Okay. Today is the 26th, and we are starting with other consequences. Trump pay consequences for saying Schiff will pay. Or is it just more, it kind of feels like the normal kind of, it's a day ending in Y. Trump's being ridiculous and yeah. All right, we're back with the Housewives Tarot. Although honestly, I feel like one of these days we have got to break out the haunted house, Tarot of the Haunted House. I've never used it. Like, oh, we're buffering. Oh, okay, it stopped. Can I assign another moderator? If okay, Larry girl, if you can't do it, that's fine. That's fine. It's 2 a.m. in Australia. Janelle, bless you. Is that a Gothic Romance Tarot? Yes, it is. Oh, want the Haunted House Tarot? Oh, sure. All right. Let's just we'll save the Housewives for later. This is just a normal reading on Trump anyway. All right. Like I said, I've never used this, but Kellyanne Conway. I'm going to shuffle this on my lap just because I don't want to, it's not quite as loud. Kellyanne Conway, she's, when I've read on her in the past, what I got with her and with Huckabee Sanders and a lot of people like that is after this is all over, their whole lives are going to be in and out of courtrooms. Marie's table was hit with bot trolls yesterday and they were swamped. Okay. Okay. Well, if there is anybody else who wouldn't mind being a moderator, even just for today, just let me know, okay? And I'm grateful for all your help. I'm so grateful for your help. And Larry girl, thank you so much. You are all over this and you keep us safe. You make this possible. So thank you. Above and beyond. Absolutely, you go absolutely above and beyond. Cappy's mom, I'll do it. Absolutely. Ian McGrath. Hang on, Cappy. Okay. We have a ad moderator. And Ian McGrath can moderate. Linda. All right. Okay, I have added some moderators. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and thank you so much for people volunteering. I've added in some people, so thank you. Eliza got hit last night too. Does she do live streams? Eliza, she's astrology and tarot? I mean, like really heavy astrology? I'm gonna have to, I'm subscribed to her channel. I don't know why, if she's doing live streams, I don't know why I'm not getting notifications. Okay, anyway. Back to the reading, and we're using a brand new deck. I shuffled it when I was looking through it, but we'll see what we've got here. So this is the, I'm just gonna put this right here so you have some idea kind of what's going on. Eliza is doing live streams. Awesome. I'm gonna have to check those out. She is so great. We just have the best community of people on YouTube. And thank you, Troll Slayers. Absolutely, I agree. Thank you. Okay. Bum, bum. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so will Trump, is he going to pay any consequences for saying Schiff will pay? Schiff will pay. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Schiff's shaking in his boots. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's about, threatening Schiff like that is about one step beneath threatening, one or two steps beneath threatening Nancy Pelosi. Just, it's not even water off a duck's back. It's like a, I'm sorry, was that liquid? It just doesn't even like, it doesn't even register, whatever. Trump is a mob boss in his own head. I agree, Cappy's mom. He's, okay, what's going on with it? He will pay. Yeah, Trump is feeling the heat. He is feeling the heat. This is the Ten of Swords. And it's hurting. It's hurting him because it's hitting him right where it counts. His ego. This morning, I kid you not, I could pull it up on my phone. I was literally reading about narcissistic personality disorder. And I'm not saying he has, I'm saying that there are, 300 mental health professionals who have said that Trump has narcissistic personality disorder, possibly malignant narcissistic personality disorder. And it was just like, oh yeah, you just go down the list. And yeah, it's bad. All right, in the past, this is the Wheel of Fortune. He had everybody willing to, it's like he had the vault, the gold vault, the big ugly gold vault, and all the Republicans had to just, wait for him and the world on a really tacky gold string. Add me to the list. I'm a psychotherapist. Why, baby? Thank you. See? Okay, center of the reading. This is the Four of Cups. He's never happy. Everybody's trying to, and this also refers to the, gosh, what am I trying to say? That videotape that just came out of the dinner with the donors, with the 15 people, and that Igor Fruman, is that his name? Igor Fruman took that, okay, why can I not, I know I'm tired. I know I'm fighting off a cold. Okay, brain, work with me here. Igor Fruman made that recording, it came out, the whole thing's come out now, or at least most of it has. Okay, base of the reading. Well, this is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is the Justice card. So that's 11. And some of these cards I've only looked at. Like I said, I've never used this deck before, but well, the base of it is the Justice card. And again, we're getting this Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles keeps coming up over and over. And I wonder, in the past, the Ten of Pentacles was Melania, but she's not here. I mean, seriously, her energy in Trump readings has just been boosh, just poof. Her energy's not even showing up. So this feels more like more traditional Republicans who are fed up, who are thinking about kind of starting their own thing. That's what that feels like, where you get kind of a back to nature, kind of the back to their original nature, and then you get the Justice card there. All right, above the reading, we have the Knight of Swords. So the investigation's going on, and so we have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. And what this basically is saying is this is like investigations, and this is Trump's lies to cover them up. Okay. So Trump is lashing out not only because of the impeachment, but then the video, and then and he was being recorded and he didn't know it, and it doesn't make him look wonderful and young and thin, and I alone can fix it. Oh, that's the other thing. I started reading, I've only read the first couple pages. It's all I've had time for so far, but that new book, A Very Stable Genius. Oh, yeah, talk about telling it like it is in the first chapter. All right, here we have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. All right, so in the near future, these don't even feel like candle. It feels like, you know, those old-fashioned, Larry Girl, I can see you there all, just a second. I can see you there. He's been made a moderator. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. It feels like old-fashioned sticks of dynamite. And Trump trying to light them. And I'm not sure what form this takes, but he wants to metaphorically blow up the proceedings. He wants to cause havoc. He wants to, yeah, somehow blow up the proceedings, not literally, obviously. Okay. And what does that mean, though? Let me see. And then I'll look at these other cards to make sure. I'm so sorry my energy is all over the place today. Like I said, when you're fighting off a cold, sometimes the brain's just, what? So what does this mean, these metaphorical sticks of dynamite? Okay, well, there's the Sun card and there's the Hermit card. And it's people are studying, this is stuff coming to light. Oh yeah, this is stuff coming to light. This is near future. This isn't now. This is more stuff coming to light. Throwing metaphorical dynamite in the middle of this. And it's stuff that does not make Trump look good at all. If it's, I don't know if it's Freedom of Information Act stuff, or it's a whistleblower, or it's more, but it upsets Trump so much that this is so bad that he wants to lash out. Trump wants to just, I don't even know what he could do. But let's look at the other cards and see if they have any more information. Home environment. I'm going to use the back. The backs of these cards are beautiful, but I'm going to use the back of this to help, maybe it'll help the camera focus. This is the Six of Pentacles, which is the generosity card. But in this case, Trump is, home environment, Trump is just, he's talking to the rats. He's talking to the rats who haven't yet jumped ship. And feeding them morsels to try to keep them to stay. Ick. Hopes and fears. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Hopes and fears is, the fear is that his money isn't going to be enough. That's interesting. He's worried his money is not going to be enough. What we see, we see the Knight of Swords. We see the investigations. We see Adam Schiff standing tall. Just clap of thunder, bolt of lightning. This is what our country really is. You know, anyway. Final outcome. Oh, goodness. This is weird in this deck. There are a couple of weird cards in here, and this is one of them. Because normally the Five of Pentacles is the two people walking outside the church, and it's snowing, and you know, you get the stained glass behind them. But here they're like these little monsters, these little crab monsters, which is kind of how Trump and his ilk see immigrants and poor people anyway. You know, oh my gosh, they're just monsters. They don't have money. How horrible. They're going to they're coming to destroy us. I mean, just stupid stuff. But you've got those people, if you can call them people, because they don't have money. Oh my gosh, is it possible? Dun dun dun. They don't have lily white skin. Oh, the horror. Yeah, these guys are so vile. Anyway, final outcome is the monsters. And then this is the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords. And this is him trying to communicate, him trying to find a way around this. This also feels a little bit like trying to communicate with people he shouldn't be communicating with. Like, maybe there'll be another, you know, Putin's phone call or summit or something. And this Four of Swords isn't the traditional in the sense of like quiet as a tomb. This is more, you know, there really is a monster under the bed kind of thing. So what I am getting from this is, okay, Trump just threatened, or well, potentially threatened Schiff. But he's just lashing out because his little ego has been hurt. His little tiny ego has been hurt. And more information is about to come out, and that's actually the more important thing. And not only is this information coming out is going to make Trump want to lash out even more. And then the final outcome, it just feels like I mean, I know the cards, all these cards in general are kind of dark and creepy, but it just feels like paranoia, just out of control. Absolutely out of control paranoia. Let me see if I can get any more information. Schiff and his family are getting a lot of death threats. That is so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad that this sort of garbage is happening. It's feeling like his paranoia just taking off beyond anything above and beyond. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Tower. Ten of Pentacles is usually, it's the card of the Trump family dynasty kind of thing. But she's looking worried. And the Two of Pentacles is obviously some kind of take on Stephen King's The Shining, but Two of Pentacles is usually that person trying to juggle. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you. That is my very first super chat. Thank you. Gosh. Janice Russ, thank you. This is obviously some kind of take on Stephen King's The Shining, but it's usually that person trying to juggle the pentacles, but then it's the Tower. This feels much more mental. I feel like I'm more in Trump's head, and it is a dark and scary place. This really is the perfect deck to explain what's going on in his head, because, and again, this feels like money. Money. It looks like they have a lot of money. I mean, the card itself is beautiful. I mean, just look at that. But again, this feels like some kind of money problems. This absolutely causing everything to crash down on Trump. Any more information on what exactly? Yikes. Well, there's a Ten of Wands. And often that's the kind of that's the PTSD card, but this is more of a, she's actually tied to a stake, you know, that's on fire. Then we have the Star card, which is the card of hope. Sometimes it can be literal, like someone who's famous, like Trump, but no, this is hope. This is, and then this is an overflow of emotions. This is the Ace of Cups. This is okay. I'm going to just stop here, honestly, because this deck is absolutely perfect for getting into Trump's head. And let me tell you, I'm not going farther down this rabbit hole, because the energy is just the silly, I'll put it in a silly way. It's crazy town. Okay. Yeah, I need to not use this deck right now. Let me just shuffle once, and then I'm going to put this thing away. The zombie deck, for all how gross it is, it soaks up bad energy. It soaks up some of the bad energy for me. And I've been saying, when I'm done with all of these readings on Trump, I'm going to have to get a new zombie tarot deck and burn the old one. But this haunted house deck, oh, it goes right into the crazy. It goes deep into the crazy. And yeah, okay, no thank you. Whew. Matter of fact, after that, I don't care what we're reading on. I'm using the Halloween deck, because it's my happy place. Oh, Trump is mentally, you do not want to be anywhere near. Oh, see? Happy deck. Happy deck. There's even a kitty. Lots of kitties, and my favorite card in the deck. Ah, what a relief. Okay. Whew. All right. So, what shall I read on next? Oh my gosh, I got another super chat. Oh my gosh, you people are so kind. Thank you. The bonds. Thank you. That is extremely kind. Okay, so what else can I read on you guys? Read for you guys. Like I said, brain. As dirt and misdeeds, I did see your Hunani. I do see your question about Melania, but I'm reading more on some other stuff. But keep that in mind. As dirt and misdeeds continue to be revealed, will we have follow-up hearings and impeachment? Why, baby? Okay, this energy isn't going away, and I feel like this deck can help me better look at it. Sorry, I've got to keep reading on what's going on around Trump. I want to answer your questions, but there's something. All right, tell me more about Trump's mental state, because, or something about Trump. You know what? Tell me about what I need to know, what we need to know about Trump, either him personally, what's going on around him, impeachment. What do we need to know about Trump that maybe we're not seeing right now, or we're not focusing on? Autumn Clint, thank you, Lynette. Okay, let's just do, what do we need to know about Trump right now? What do no. Right. No. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about Trump right now? Thank you, Halloween deck. Thank you, creators of the Halloween deck. I feel like I'm still dealing with the same energy, but this is like, it's like this happy little buffer. It's protecting me. I love this deck. I've had this deck, I think I've had this deck since I was in college. And trust me, when I say I've got huge gray streaks on my temples, I'm not exaggerating. What do we need to know about Trump right now? Knight of Imps. I'm actually being drawn to the horse. Okay, let me see if I can okay, I'll put this down. I'm going to pick this up because it'll help the camera focus if it's more filling the screen. Okay, I'm actually being drawn to the way the horse is stomping around and blowhard, just huffing and puffing, and that's actually what I, and oh look, it's Stephen Miller. Yeah. He's so not well. He is so mentally not well. Wow. Okay. All right. But, okay, let's see what else we've got here. What do we need to know about Trump right now? In the past, the Ace of Bats. This is feeling like, when Mueller was assigned to the special prosecutor. It was the possibility of Trump facing consequences for the first time in his life. And I will never forget the way toward the end of his first marriage to Ivana, where they went skiing. And skiing's her thing. She was an Olympic skier, I believe. And Trump was there. It was a family vacation, and Trump brought along his side piece. He brought along the mistress, and who allegedly confronted her. And there's a picture of them where Trump's standing there and he's looking at Marla, and Marla's looking at him. Ivana's coming up to the side. She's trying to look at Trump, and she's like trying to get his attention. Like, what is going on here? I'm just, she's so, emotionally distraught, and you can just, it's like, what? And Trump has the most vicious look on his face as he's looking at Marla, like, I'm making the wife suffer. I can get away with anything. And yikes. He's always been awful. And he can do that, and he just gets away with it. And then he goes on and, and he gets a TV show eventually, and he gets this and that, and he goes bankrupt that many times, and he never faced consequences. And now he is. And he has no way of dealing with that. No way. All right, so another reading. Oh, things are moving. Things are careening, actually, what I'm getting. That's a chariot card. Things are absolutely just careening out of control. Ooh, okay. Things are certainly careening out of his control, but they often are. Base of the reading, we've got Judgment, and we've got the Five of Wands. So this is this isn't just the Senate impeachment trial, this is also the House. And this is him being judged and Republicans trying to defend him, or at least not punish him. But, the Republicans the Democrats have still made progress. I mean, he will be an impeached president forever. The House impeached him. It's up to the Senate whether he's removed from office, but he's impeached. Above the reading, actually, in this deck, these are two of my favorite cards. This is my favorite one, the Six of Pentacles. As an aside, this really is my favorite because it's a card of generosity. To me, this is what Halloween is. This is why the channel's called Black and Orange. It's how wonderful it was as a kid, and to just dress up as whatever you wanted to be and go out, and as an adult to go to the door and hand out candy to kids who, are expressing themselves and they're happy, and it's so lovely. And then this is often a card of, people not accepting help. In this deck, this Four of Ghosts, this Four of Cups, you can see how much the ghosts are trying to help. And so to me, if this was not about Trump, these are lovely cards with lovely energy. But this is what's hanging over Trump. And it's chaos. It's absolute chaos. I cannot get over how strong this energy is. It must be why this morning I kept thinking about Trump. Trump and narcissism. Trump and narcissism. Trump and personality disorders. It just kept coming up over and over in my head over and over. So I picked up my phone and I started doing a little bit of reading because it wouldn't leave me alone. And now I feel like I have sunk into that dark pit. His energy is like being in an oubliette. This is people trying to calm him down, people trying to appease him, trying to keep him stable, trying to shut him up. Near future. Seven of Pumpkins is a Seven of Pentacles, and then Temperance. I'm sorry, it's alleged, and I know a lot of people joke about it and things, but this is him taking this is him self-medicating in a big way, and that's not good, and it's especially not in the state he's in. And this it's like other people it's like, oh, the staff will take care of things. The staff will, he just says something like, get her out, and the staff will take care of it. So they've got that. So he's really going to sink farther into self-medicating, which is the worst thing he can do. This is bad. I'm not saying he's going to, use the nuclear codes. No. But this is usually I'm just like, okay, fine, he's awful. I call him the Orange Fuhrer. I don't like the guy. But he's not. Normally he's so self-centered that he's going to do what he's going to do. There's some sense of self-preservation in there because it's all going to be about what's best for me. But this, oh gosh, look at the home environment card. It's the King of Cups. He's in his cups. He's in his emotions. He's in his feelings. And it just, it almost feels like, do you see these little crossed bones here? It almost feels like they're spinning like pinwheels. And then hopes and fears. Knight of Pentacles, trying to get Junior around him, trying to get his kids around him to calm him down. What we see, but we're sitting on the outside and it looks calm and cool because we see the Senate Republicans all sticking together and sticking up for him. And that's what we see. Final outcome. All right, he's self-medicating. It's going to get worse. Everybody around him is trying to... Honestly, their number one concern isn't even trying to calm him down. It's trying to shut him up. And I don't mean that in a crass way. I mean in a way of he's going to incriminate himself. He is. He has, but no. He really is going to incriminate himself if he doesn't shut up. And that's what everyone around him is thinking. We have got to make him quiet. We've got to keep him quiet. Final outcome here that we need to know is this is the Knight of Swords, the World card, and the Emperor. This is the Senate Republicans are still going to fight for him. The Republicans are still fighting for him. And you'd think, okay, the world, the emperor, he's the emperor. He wants to be the emperor. He doesn't want to be president. He wants to be the emperor. He wants to be the king. And you think, yes, so he has all the power. But this can also be a card of culmination, where this is the big ending. This is the card that comes out when you do something that is absolutely going to officially say move you from childhood into adulthood. I mean, this is a big ending. Or it can be tout le monde, all the world. So let's see, what information, is there more information on that? Self-incriminating and if he doesn't keep, and now my brain's going, fermez la bouche. Why am I suddenly going French? Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And those who don't speak French, fermez la bouche is shut your mouth, basically. And I'm getting a lock, like when you put over your lips and turn it. Threatening Schiff is. It's worse than threatening Schiff. He's out of control. It is absolutely careening. Whew. Okay. But is this culmination? Is it a culmination, or is it he's still going to stay in power and do whatever he wants? There are people who, when I was reading this morning, there are people who actually argue about whether or not Hitler was an actual psychopath, and it's like, I'm sorry, you're discussing this? See, the problem is when he's medicated, his ego gets even bigger and bigger and bigger, and so the people fighting, they just look very small to him. And this two of imps in this deck can be either someone fighting people together or pulling them apart to create peace. He's absolutely pushing them together. But he's mostly just standing above them, smiling. Ugh. Okay, but this culmination, what is that? Is it culmination? Or is that he's staying in power for now? But this is starting to feel threadbare. This is the wall that the Nine of Wands, this is the wall that is protecting Trump. This is the wall of Republicans. But it's starting to feel very threadbare. And it's his base, there is that core base that he has tapped into their primal fears. And so they're not going to give up because they probably couldn't even explain why, but it's tapping into some very back of the brain, lizard brain. And that's not an insult to them. We all have a lizard brain. That's what they call that core. How do I put this? Okay, if you think of, this is a brain stem, and this is a brain, okay? And if you have two googly eyes, you would put them right there, okay? So this is the front of the head. This is the brain stem. This back here was the first part of the brain to come together. And this is what most animals have. You know what I mean? Of course, there are exceptions, but this is what they've got. This is the, can I eat it? I need to sleep. I need water. Can I mate with it? This kind of stuff. And then you get more, as you move forward, it's almost like more emotional parts and fight or flight's kind of down around here and, all this stuff. And then right at the front, you've got the prefrontal cortex, which is kind of what separates us. It is what separates us from the other animals, because this is higher logic is up here. But what a lot of people don't realize is that this prefrontal cortex, at least from the research I've done, and I'm sure there are people who know much, much more than I do, but this prefrontal cortex it's technically only about 1/4 of an inch thick. I mean, it's not like a huge thing on the front. No, it's tiny. It's just, it covers an area, but it's not deep. Oh, buffering. I'm boring YouTube. Even YouTube's just like tuning me out. But what Trump has done is he has tapped into this. And he's using this to stick to that. And it's the fear of the other, fear of people who look different, fear of anything that looks different from you, from your family, from your tribe. It's tapping into that something's going to be, there's only so much. It's a zero-sum game. There isn't enough food for everybody. There isn't enough space for everybody. There aren't enough jobs for everybody. And he is so tapped into that. And that's why you can't get through to his supporters, because that's where they're coming from. But their executive eye, their executive sense of self, who through a lot of awareness and therapy and what have you would be able to say, okay, these are the different parts. There's something in psychotherapy, it's parts work. And that you can, so you learn to recognize these different parts. And without that ability, which not everybody is conscious of, they don't know enough to work on it, but they are absolutely permanently wed to Trump, because he has just drilled a well into depths of their lizard brain. And so these very reasonable swords are air signs, communications, thoughts, this is thinking, but this is a more reasoned thinking. And these investigations come along and they don't want to, what do you mean? They don't want to hear it. But the problem is that it's getting to be too much. It's getting to be too much for people. It was already too much for people outside of his base, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And this wall is still protecting. It's still protecting Trump, but it's feeling very threadbare. Yeah, I understand now why. I've not seen. I haven't. I am going to watch Kirsten Langston's deep dive onto Trump, where apparently she said it was just horrible, which, kind of dandy and why. But I can, you don't want to tap in. Seriously, if you like to read, if you read cards, if you're using your psychic abilities, you're working on it, then honestly, I will say this truthfully. I honestly would recommend you not read on Trump right now. I don't, Rena, I don't know if he's, I honestly, forgive me if it's, I don't know if it's Rena or Rena, but Trump's dementia or Alzheimer's right now, it's like an acute mental health crisis where it's like you need to go to the ER. Please do, Autumn. She will tell you not to read on the monster. Yeah. Right now he's out of control. And I have not said that. I started this channel, I want to say it was the end of June or end of July in 2018. Yeah. And I've never said he's out of control. So, okay, so let me get the heck out of this energy because this is just awful. I wish I had made a cocoa. I ran out of time to make up my cocoa this morning and I could really use one right now. The people around him, no. Forget the people around him. They made this bed. They've got a lie in it. You deal with him. What's the best next question I could ask related to this? Long before he had dementia, he had cruelty and sadism. Yep. Okay. Okay. Go make one, Autumn. We will wait. Well, thank you, Debsy. I'll be okay. But that's the first thing I'm doing when I get off. I'm scrolling back up because I think I've missed some stuff. Can't cure his Alzheimer's. What will get the Republicans to stop enabling him? It's information. Okay, why am I suddenly getting straight downloads? I don't usually get straight downloads. It's like, hi guides, how you doing? We don't talk often directly, but I'm getting straight, it's information that's going to come out. Yeah, there's something coming. There's something coming. That's what I'm getting over and over. Denise Segal does aura paintings. Oh, wow. She painted Trump's with a black line around it and said it indicated he was under a spell of someone's black magic. You know what? Honestly, Harry's mom, I'm going to respectfully disagree. I don't think he's under a spell. What happens is that when you... we are all from the same place. We are all little sparks of the divine. And when we come to Earth, our physical bodies may have certain difficulties, our physical brains might have some difficulties or what have you, but we start out little sparks of the divine. And what you do during your life will either keep your vibration high, or it'll just kind of level out, or it will just, you can just tank it. You can absolutely just go lower, lower, lower vibration through your own energies, your cruelty, your selfishness, your, I mean, 7 deadly sins. Trump has all of them. Lust, ding. Pride, ding. Gluttony, ding. Greed, ding. I mean, wrath, ding. I mean, you just go through them. He has all of them. And his energy with his cruelty, and it's just gotten worse and worse. And every choice he makes, and then he starts self-medicating, and that lowers your vibration. And it's just worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where you reach, the worst of the worst would be like an Epstein. And when he crossed over, he's in a very dark place right now. He stays on a trickle charge, what I call a trickle charge to the divine, because we all do. No matter how low you get, no matter how low your vibration gets, there's always this little thread, this little connection. And so there's still just a tiny bit of energy reaching him, but there is no direct sense of time on the other side. But essentially, it's going to take a long time until his vibration gets up high enough that he can finally, it's like the engine can restart, the system can restart, and he will instantly know everything he did and exactly how much he hurt every one of those people. And at that point, he will need help, because he will want to just self-immolate. And that's what happens. So it isn't that Trump's under a spell. He's done this to himself, but it's that darkness, and that it's like an oily grossness. And then you get your vibration so low that in the astral, there's all this kind of just residual energy that starts clumping together, because it just does. And because it's a creative force naturally, it wants to clump together, and it wants to survive, and it wants to create thought forms, and it wants a life of its own. But it's not connected to the divine, so it becomes parasitic. So that's what I call astral fleas. And so that's why you read on some of these guys, and suddenly I get this creepy, crawly feeling all over my scalp or my third eye or something. And it's so anyway, that's it. So if someone says that Trump is under, oh look, it's the tower. If someone says Trump is under a spell, I honestly, I'm going to respectfully disagree. He's done this to himself. He has, and that's what's going on. So I'm just going to scroll down here. Let me go to the bottom, get to the latest. And Secret Service knows, Secret Service knows exactly what's going on. Oh, Sue Woods thinks it's actually Parnassus' phone that was recording it. Could be. I don't know. Bargain for power. Honestly, it's getting up near 1 o'clock, and I can't actually switch over right now. I need some, when I get off here, I'm going to get some cocoa, and I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to do something. But man, whew. I've never felt it this bad, and it just sucked me in there was someone tweeted a really great line. They said, when I was a kid, I thought quicksand was going to be much more a problem in life. And it's true. That kind of thing, because they always used it in, cartoons and things, caught in quicksand and down they go. That's what this was. That's what it is. Watch a funny video, yes. I need the kitty. Actually, I'm glad the kitty's sleeping. I'm glad my kitties are sleeping. I don't want them I don't want them touching this energy. Hang on, I just saw something. Will Trump end up in a mental institution or jail? That's a great question. I'm going to stop. That'll be my last question. Trump. Mental. Or jail or question mark. Is Trump gonna... That's not a good sign for him. Sage yourself head to toe, make your own holy water, absolutely. Hey, there's water in cocoa too. I send healing energy into that before I drink it. Holy cocoa. I know that sounds silly, but hey, whatever works. Pray over your food. So, mental institution, jail. Oh gosh, his energy's so bad. And tomorrow we're going to read on puppies and kittens, and I'm going to read on, you know, environmental activists and the future of protecting gorillas, and what's going to happen to Trump. This might be the first reading I crawl away from. Yuck. Seriously. It's up to you. You do what you want. You do you. You do you, boo-boo. But my recommendation, do not read on Trump right now. Just don't go near his energy. I'm just saying. But you do. You're an adult. You do your thing. Oh, well, that's a card for America. Whatever it is, we're going to find out. It's not going to be a secret. It's kind of what I'm picking up from that. In the past, he's gotten the fake Dr. Hall pass. Oh yes, he's the healthiest person ever. He's the greatest. He's the stable genius. Center of the reading, decisions. And in the Halloween deck, let me put this so it'll focus, hopefully. She's not holding swords. The bats are representative of the swords, but in this, her hands are empty. So it's not being able to make decisions. Oh my gosh, thank you, Sabia, thank you. That's very kind. Base of the reading. This is the end of the Republicans protecting him. I don't know when that is, but it's at the base of this, when it happens. Above the reading. You guys are you are so good to me. You really are. Thank you for everything. Above the reading, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. He's not accepting help. I alone can fix it. He really means that about everything. Your future. Oh, look, it's the government. It's the establishment. It's the government, and it's the Queen of Wands. And guess who the Queen of Wands is? Government and Pelosi. Home environment. I mean, seriously. Could that be any more perfect? Home environment. What's going to happen to Trump? Trump himself. It's not just a fool card, it's a very orange fool card. Hopes and fears. Losing his mind. Completely losing his mind. What we see, they keep it hidden. They keep it absolutely as hidden as possible. Come on, let's go, here at Mar-a-Lago, let's go out on the dance floor. Let's go, let's get attention over here away from Dad, who is over there. Final outcome. Oops. Okay. Work with me, cards. It's going to be hard to get him out. Yeah, I'm the star. But the Democrats they're united. Yeah. Near future, I've got the government and I've got Pelosi, and then I've got, but I'm the star. But it's like, nope. I get, ghosts is cups, and cups for me are Democrats, and feels like Democrats. They're all lined up together. They're all of one, and they're stronger than, this is major arcana. This is very important. This is him as the president, the star as the president. But they are absolutely united, and they are a force against him through their solidarity. Which is true, because these major arcana cards are like really strong spiritual currents. But just like I said, that we are all these little pieces of the pieces of the divine, little sparks of the divine. When we work together, when we come together, we become an energetic force. So this is just mostly talking about getting him out. It's not necessary. I'm not, and the energy is just so bad. But I'm not getting. Okay, is Trump going to be confined by a jail, or a hospital, or something worse? And they're checking. Doctors checking his health. Overflowing emotion. Six of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. How do I put this? He's hidden. This card for America came up over here that said, we will see what happens. But it's like we see what happens, and then we don't see him at all. And there's a whole new saga that begins with the new generation of Republicans coming up. But this is him being checked. Yeah, hair's about right. And overflowing emotion. So that's what I'm getting. Whew. Will he be acting crazy? He is acting. All I know is right now his energy is a vortex. It's seriously. So I wish I had better news, but my gosh, I didn't expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. It is, yeah, I'm going to go make some cocoa. This is what I keep my salt and my sage in here. So, gonna keep this close. Yeah, we'll get through it. We will. And I'm sorry, I try to be a voice of calm and what have you, but man, that was just, wow. Holy cocoa. Exactly, Eva. Take a salt bath, something. Goodness. All right. Well, you guys just hang in there, because we are going to be okay. We really are. This is I just got sucked into his vortex, and I'm so sorry. Because I don't know how helpful that was to you guys, but whew, that was nasty. Yeah, I'm going to salt and sage the heck out of my cards, and all of them. We're going to be okay. It doesn't matter how bad it's been in the past. People are coming together. There will be a proper, our government, our establishments will hold, and we will come back together. We will. Okay? So I don't want to leave you thinking that, oh my gosh, it's all about to go off the rails. It's not. Trump's about to go off the rails, but that doesn't mean the rest of us are, because we're not cruel, and we don't treat people like that, and we have, we keep our vibration high, and someone just said something about, thinking about Trump selling his soul to the devil. You can't actually. And I'm not saying you believe that. I'm just saying in general, just wanted to mention that, just throw that out there. You can't actually, that's not something you can do. And if the devil appears to you and offers to buy your soul, no, that's not a thing. Not a thing. But you can lower your vibration until, you make Voldemort look like a Boy Scout. So, thank you so much, you guys. I'm not usually a person, I don't usually on the channel like to be, one of those YouTube people who's like saying too much or blowing smoke up your skirts or, doing whatever else. But I am feeling the urge to say that, there is some serious, my heart is full. My heart is full because you guys have been so kind to me. And we are together. We are not alone. You are not alone. Okay? And I need you to know that you're not alone, and we're going to be okay. All right? I will be fine. I will be just fine. And life is good. Life is long. Life is good. There are good days ahead. And we have each other, and all is good. All right? All will be good. And good things happen to good people. All right? Light at the end of the dark tunnel, absolutely. And we are. We are the light. All right? So I will be back tomorrow at noon, and it'll be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Okay? Hang in there. It's tomorrow, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. All right. Thank you. Thank you for everything, and thank you for the donation. That's the super chats. Thank you. Very kind. All right. Bye now.